Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shraydee and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple different things. The first thing I want to show you is Hex Gengar. Hex Gengar running Shadow Ball and Focus Blast. So we'll talk about that in a sec, but the next thing I want to talk about is playing Go Battle League when you're stressed out or you're having issues with depression or anxiety, especially bad that day. It's not a good idea. So I've had a few off days the past like 3 or 4 days. I have been not doing well in Go Battle League, and I've also been dealing with some depression issues and stuff like that. And it's not a good idea to play Go Battle League or other PvP games that tend to make you, tilted or rage when you lose. Not a good idea to do that when you're in a bad mood. We tend to make more mistakes when we're upset. And it's harder to concentrate on things when you're having issues with depression. So I definitely not recommend doing that if you're struggling with those issues. But I said I'm gonna take a break from this, and so yesterday I played some Wolfenstein, and then today I came back at it and I went 5-0. So all you got to do is you got to come at it with a good attitude. But if you can't do that, then just take a little break. Alright, so let's talk about Hex Gengar. Now, Hex Gengar is going to be running Shadow Ball and Focus Blast. Obviously, you don't have to run this moveset, but this is what I opted to run. And Hex is going to generate energy faster than Shadow Claw will. And also with the issues we've been having with desync, if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, Shadow Claw and Shadow Claw and Counter seem to be affected the most. So I got a comment from Joe's mom that said, hey, if you don't want to use Shadow Claw, go ahead and try Hex. And I was like, not a bad idea. So let's get into the first battle here. I'm just going to show you one battle from this because out of the 10 battles I played, I went 2-8, made a lot of mistakes. I was very stressed out, so not going to show you all that. So let's go ahead and I make a couple mistakes in this video too, but as you'll see, Hex Gengar is able to pull off a nice win here. So we're going to come, and this is a bad lead here, but we can't switch into our Gengar, so we have a Snorlax in the back as well. So we're going to let this cross chop go through, and then we're going to bait with Rock Slide. And then I make a mistake here. I could have gone for a Power Whip after this. As you'll see, I get to Power Whip and Rock Slide at the same time. And if I went for the Power Whip, this would KO. And as you're going to see, he's not going to double shield. So huge mistake there. And now this Machamp has tons of energy, and it's a Shadow Machamp at that. So we're going to come in with our Gengar, and we know this first one is a Rock Slide, and here's another mistake we make. We were unaware that this Machamp had so much energy, so we figured this was a Cross Chop right here. No, it's a Rock Slide. So not looking too good for us. Let's see what they come in with. Lapras. Okay, Lapras is a very good response to Gengar, but are they expecting a Focus Blast? Are they? They are not. So as you see, Focus Blast does a lot of damage. So we're able to take out the Lapras with a couple, or just one lick there, and they've got an Electivire in the back, so this is pretty much in the bag. We're just waiting for them to throw the Wild Charge here because it's going to debuff them, and then we're going to be able to spam these Body Slams afterwards that are going to do more damage if they throw a Wild Charge. But they're not throwing it, so we're going to go for a Body Slam here. It's going to do a lot of damage. Electivire is a very squishy Pokemon. So as you'll see, he's going to shield, and then I could have just gone for a Body Slam right there, but it doesn't really matter. It wouldn't have KO'd, but the licks afterwards would have, but it's okay. So we're able to take that win, even with the mistakes that we made. But yeah, definitely try new teams when you're in a good mood. Okay, so let's fast forward to the 5-0 set that Shraydee will be showing you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that battle featuring Hex Gengar. Do I recommend it? No, I don't. But, you could actually do very well with a Hex Gengar if you're better than me. So it doesn't really take too much to be better than me. So if you want to give it a shot, it's definitely fun, and people are not expecting those nuke moves from Gengar most of the time. They assume that it's Shadow Punch, Shadow Ball, or Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball. So most people are not expecting a Focus Blast. Okay, so the team I am going to be running for this set is going to be Machamp with Counter, Rock Slide, and Cross Chop, Charizard with Fire Spin, Blast Burn, and Dragon Claw, and Ol Tangrowth, my new favorite Pokemon for Ultra Premier, with Vine Whip, Rock Slide, and Power Whip. Now, obviously, when you're playing this game, you're gonna have off days, and Ol Shraydee had about 3 or 4 off days in a row where I wasn't doing too well. But I came back with it today, and I've got a 5-0 set to show you. So for some reason, there's like a glitch in these games with not showing the rank, but doesn't matter. So we get a halfway decent lead here. If we can shield the Blast Burn, we're okay. And most people are going to shield the Rock Slide just because it would one-shot. the Charizard. So what do we do here? We're gonna call the bait. Okay, that's good for us. Now we're gonna go for the cross chop bait and see if they want to shield. They do. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here, but they're probably just gonna go for another Dragon Claw, which will KO. So are we gonna shield? We should probably shield. Okay, we didn't shield. Alright, so we lose the lead, unfortunately. And we're gonna come in with our Charizard, I believe. Could come in with the Tangrowth, but those Fire Spins are gonna do a lot of damage. So we're just gonna go straight for the Blast Burn, and fortunately we win CMP. So we're gonna get this Blast Burn off. Will it KO? Okay, it does. That's good. So we didn't take too much damage. In comes Empoleon, and then we're going to switch to our Tangrowth right away. We're expecting them to switch. They're going to go for a Drill Peck first. Drill Peck is super effective. We've got 2 shields, so might as well use it. It would do about 50% of our health. And they come in with Clefable. Okay, so this is not too great. I don't expect them to shield the first one, so we're going to go for a Power Whip first. And they don't shield, so now we're going to go for the Rock Slide, because I do expect them to shield. They want this Tangrowth to be not anywhere near their Empoleon, which is understandable. We're not going to shield this Tangrowth. We are able to get to this last second Power Whip. Now, mistake here. I should have instantly swapped right here when my timer came up into my Charizard, but I waited and got farmed down, which is not great. But we should be able to survive a few waterfalls, but you know, it's fortunate we saved the shield. Now Blast Burn will be doing neutral damage in this matchup just because Empoleon is a steel and water type. So we're able to take the game, and Charizard is able to win over the Empoleon. So pretty good. That's why it's you know, you don't always have to win the lead in order to win the game. Going into the second battle here. Okay, so we get another bad lead. Venusaur can easily win this. Oops, sorry for shaking the camera there. But we can go for Rock Slide. Rock Slide does a good amount of damage. They're not throwing their Frenzy Plant right away, which is good for us because we're able to get this Rock Slide off. It looks like they want to over farm in case I decide not to shield, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this Machamp go down. We got some damage off, and now we can farm down with Charizard. I think I might actually shield this, yeah, because we want to retain some health on our Charizard. Sludge Bomb would be doing neutral damage, and it would take about 50% of Charizard's health. So we lose switch advantage, and they come in with Charizard, which is interesting to me. I'm wondering what they have in the back. Okay, and maybe they accidentally came in with Charizard and probably meant to come in with Empoleon. Because if they came in with the Empoleon, they may have won this game. Unless, yeah. But we're going to go for the Rock Slide bait here. This is risky bait because it will be resisted. Power Whip is only neutral, but we do get a shield, fortunately. I think I would rather have just gone for the Power Whip. It's a little risky to go for that bait, but we're going to go for the Power Whip now. And they don't shield, which is weird, and then we're going to be able to... We're just going to let this go. We're going to let it go and then come in with Charizard and get one Fire Spin to take this Empoleon out. And we are even in shields, but we've got a little bit of more health, and I think we've got more energy as well. No, okay, they have some more energy. We're going to shield this. It'd be risky not to shield. It is a Dragon Claw bait, so very nice bait. But we are also going to bait, and let's see if they want to shield. And I believe we are even on energy right here. But I only have to go for a Dragon Claw. I think they actually had one more Fire Spins worth of energy than I did. But we're able to get to the last second Dragon Claw and take the opposing Charizard out. So a very close game. I think maybe they misclicked. Meant to come in with Empoleon and came in with Charizard on accident. Not exactly sure what happened there. But yeah, if they had come in with the Empoleon, I think they probably would have won that game. Because we would have been hard countered. Okay, this is a decent lead. I've encountered this in Ampharos League quite a few times now. We're gonna build up to the Rock Slide and then throw the Cross Chop. Could have got one extra counter in there because the Volt Switch animation is long enough that you can get 2 counters per Volt Switch animation. They don't shield. I think they have 2 Thunder Punches right now, so we're gonna let the first one go. And then if they go for back-to-back, we'll shield the next one. But we're able to get the Cross Chop in, and we win CMP. That is very important here. So we're gonna get a shield. And then we can shield and farm down. We will survive 2 Volt Switches, I believe, maybe 3. They switch into Gyarados. We're going to swap into our Tangrowth to counter this Gyarados. Not exactly sure why they gave up switch advantage there. I mean, they were going to lose the lead, obviously, but I think they would have been better off just going down. But we're going to farm up a bunch of extra energy here and throw this Rock Slide. This will be super effective against the Gyarados because of Gyarados' flying typing. And it does land, and then we're able to Vine Whip down, so that's very good. In comes Snorlax, and this Snorlax is definitely not going to shield, so we're going to go for the heavier hitting move. Power Whip, it gets Stab on it because of Tangrowth's grass typing. Tangrowth is a pure grass type. I think we're going to let this go. It's not worth the shield. And then we're going to come in with our Machamp and hope to God we can get a Cross Chop off before we go down, because Machamp is very low on health, but we will survive a few licks. Oh, we had just the right amount of health. So very, very close here. We're going to get this Cross Chop off, and they don't shield, which is interesting. I don't know. I don't know how that would have played out if they shielded that. Not sure why they didn't shield, but we were able to Fire Spin down both the back Pokemon. Okay, let's see what we're up against now. Okay, picked up a good lead here. Obviously, Magnezone's going to be taking super effective damage from fighting type moves because of its steel typing. They come in with Venusaur. We're going to counter that Venusaur with the Charizard. This is what I was saying about Ultra Premier Cup. Sometimes it's really not fun because if you're running grass, fire, and water, you're likely to get hard countered. Alright, so I'm going for the Blast Burn because they probably think I'm going to bait since their health is so low. So they do let that through. And then they're going to come back in with Magnezone. We're both doing super effective damage to each other, but I'm able to get this last second Blast Burn. And this will be getting the shield or taking out the Magnezone. So I do expect to shield. They do shield, and then they're going to farm us down, but we did a lot of damage with those Fire Spins. And I think we can come in with either Pokemon here, but I think we're going to go in with the Machamp and try to get to this Cross Chop since we have a little bit of energy. This would be really risky not to shield. It is a bait. And then they do a very nice switch into their Gallade, which is going to resist these fighting type moves as well as the Rock Slide. But we're going to switch before that confusion goes through, and Rock Slide would be resisted, so we're going to go for the Power Whip here. Gallade is a part fighting type, so it does resist rock type moves, and we get hit by a close combat. That is not good. Okay, so we are going to throw this Power Whip. Good thing Tangrowth is so thick because he was able to survive. Okay, so this is really bad, and I found my win condition. My win condition here is I have to counter down this Gallade. We're going to shield here because we'll win CMP against the Magnezone, and I think the Magnezone has a Wild Charge ready, so we can just barely do that because we're taking super effective damage from those confusions. We are able to farm down the Gallade with a Machamp and then throw this Cross Chop to take the game. So very close game there, and you know, again with identifying win conditions, I know I made a video on that. It wasn't too popular of a video, but you gotta recognize some of these things right in the moment to find out, you know, because it's not looking good, but there's one way that you can win, and in that particular situation, the one way I could win was be countering down the Gallade. Okay, so this is a pretty decent lead. We're going to be doing neutral damage to each other, but Machamp just outpaces the Escavalier. Both Cross Chop and Rock Slide will be neutral damage, but we're going to go for the Cross Chop because most people shield their Escavalier. Escavalier's kind of squishy. But so was Machamp, so we're going to shield as well. And we definitely wanted to shield there in case it was going to be, what do you call it, an Aerial Ace. They come in with Ampharos. We're going to get a Rock Slide off before we switch into our Tangrowth. Tangrowth is going to resist those electric type moves. This is just a Thunder Punch, so we can let this through. It's not going to do very much. And I think we're going to farm all the way down. We're going to eat probably 2 more Thunder Punches, but we can take it. No big deal. And because we got that Rock Slide off from the Machamp, we're going to be able to farm down and have a lot of energy for whatever they come in with next. It's going to be that Escavalier. Escavalier double resist grass type moves, but rock type moves are neutral, and we've got 2 Rock Slides here. We couldn't farm down with Vine Whip there because, like I said, it is double resisted, so we're going to have to throw this Rock Slide to take them out. So they did a very good job of wasting all that energy on my side on the Escavalier, and they're going to come in with Charizard, but we're able to get through this last second Rock Slide, so we're definitely going to get a shield here. Then we're going to come in with our Machamp, and I thought I could get to a Rock Slide here, but it was a mistake shielding this Machamp, because watch, he goes for the Dragon Claw, and he gets to another Dragon Claw 1 turn before me, so this not looking good for us. But what we can do is come in with our Charizard. I believe they are empty. They don't have any energy, so we're going to be even here, but we have the health advantage. And so we're going to build up to a Blast Burn, and they win CMP, so that's not looking good. But I think the Blast Burn will KO their Pokemon. So definitely made the mistake of coming in with Machamp, but we're still able to win the game in game number 5. It doesn't quite take him out, but 1 Fire Spin takes him out. And I do believe that was the last game there. Let's see. That was the last game. And so after losing for like 3 days in a row, maybe 4 days in a row, we go down. I think it was like 23-29 is what I was down to. So we go up to 23-76. Wow, that feels good. I know that I was at like 24-90 at one point, but you know, shit happens. So you know, you win some, you lose some, and all I have to say is don't ever give up. But definitely don't play if you're in a depressed state or in you know, having a lot of anxiety about something, or if there's something going on in your life that's affecting you in a negative way. Playing a game like this is not going to help you out. So I definitely took a little bit of a break from Go Battle League and came back today with a very good attitude. I was having a good day this morning, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this rather long video. And if you do want to have your battles featured in a video just like this one, go down to the comment or the description below and click on battle submission form. Fill that out for me. Upload your battles to Google Drive, and then share that link with me through the form, and you could have your battles featured in a video just like this one. And also, guys, I'm going to be doing a Sylph tournament. It's called the Industrial Cup. It's a lot of fighting types, a lot of poison types, a lot of dark types. So if you're interested in seeing that, that will be coming soon. I think I'm going to do some practice battles today and record those and maybe make them into a video. So if you're excited for the Industrial Cup, let me know in the comments. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Take it easy.